Very good morning, class. Welcome to our channel SJEC e-learning. Today we are going to discuss about the measurement of volume. In the last class we have learned about the measurement of area of definite shaped and indefinite shape. And today we are going to discuss about the measurement of volume. What is volume? Basically, the space occupied by an object is called volume, and its SI unit is cubic meter, and it can be also written as meter cube. And sub multiples of units of volumes are cubic centimeter and cubic millimeter for lower section of volume. In this session, we will learn about the volume of regular solids like volume of cube, volume of cuboid, volume of cylinder, volume of sphere. So as we know, the volume of cube is side cube, that is a cube. If the side of the cube is a, then its formula will be V is equals to a cube, where a is side of the cube. In the same way, the volume of cuboid can be calculated by multiplying the length, width and height, that is V is equals to length into width into height. And in other sense, the volume of cylinder can be calculated by multiplying the area of base, that is pi r square, into height of the cylinder, that is h. Hence formula will be V is equals to pi r square h, where r is the radius of the base and h is the height of the cylinder. Finally, the volume of a sphere will be 4 by 3 pi r cube. In all the regular solids, one thing is common, that the unit of volume will be meter cube, centimeter cube, or side cube. Now we are going to discuss about some other quantities, which will be number 1 centiliter, milliliter and kiloliter. Centiliter, milliliter and kiloliter are not usually used quantity, but in different cases, when we measure the volume of liquid or want to measure the capacity of the container, the liquid inside the container, we use these quantities. And we can convert 1 centiliter into liter by using formula 1 centiliter is equals to 1 by 100 liter. 1 milliliter is equals to 1 by 10 centiliter, and 1 kiloliter is equals to 1000 liter. So we can interconvert centiliter, milliliter and kiloliter. While measuring the capacity of a liquid. Let's take an example that an aluminium cube have the side 1 meter, or you can say 4 centimeter. So let's take an example having side 4 centimeter. So what will be the volume of this aluminium cube? V is equals to A cube, the formula of cube, and put the value of side, that is 4. And finally the volume will be calculated 64 centimeter cube. And in the next question we are going to calculate the volume of water tank. The dimensions are given as below. The length is 32 meter, width is 20 meter, and depth is 2.4 meter. What is the volume of the water tank? So the shape of the volume of water tank will be cuboidal shape, and volume of water will be calculated by V is equals to length into width into height. Just put these values and multiply. After multiplying you will get the answer 1536 meter cube as a result of volume of water container. Now there are some vessels used for measuring the volumes, capacities. Measuring cylinder and measuring beakers are basically used for measuring the capacity of any liquid. In laboratory we use cylinder shape or conical shape measuring vessel. Measuring beakers are commonly used to measure the volume of milk and edible oil. So here you can see that in the figure number A there is a cylindrical shape vessel, in B conical shape, in C cylindrical shape, and in D cylindrical shape but of a small quantity, and in A figure number E represents frustum type volume vessel. You can measure the capacity of liquid like milk and edible oil by using these measuring beaker. Now measuring of volume of liquid using a graduated cylinder and a graduated beaker. So in the following activity you will able to measure the volume of a liquid by using measuring cylinder. In the measuring cylinder you can see that there is a marking of ml which has been started from lower point 0 up to 100 ml, and there is a difference of 10 ml in each section. So the right vision will be from front, that is ticked, and there will be two other wrong reading method which can never be applied. So avoid the meniscus of the liquid and you will avoid the meniscus of the liquid and you will use these measuring cylinder for measurement of liquid like medicine or oil. So in this diagram you can see that the reading is 70 ml, hence the capacity of this measuring cylinder is 70 ml. Now there are some more activity. One important activity which is used to measure the volume of irregular solid. We have a irregular solid, say a stone piece. We have just bind it with thread, and we have just taken a 50 ml water in a cylindrical vessel, and now we have dipped the arrangement of thread with stone in this cylinder, and now the level of the water has been increased up to 70 ml. So how you will calculate the volume of this irregular shaped body? Just subtract the final volume from the initial volume, because the raise in volume is due to the stone piece. Hence you can tell me the answer, that is V2 minus V1 will be the volume of that stone piece. This will be 70 minus 50, hence result will be 50, and 70 will be differentiate and gets the value of 20 ml. So final answer will be 20 ml. That will be the volume of the stone piece given to you for the activity. So in this way you will be able to measure the volume of irregular shaped body. The volume of immersed solid is exactly equal to the volume of water displaced by it. Now here we are going to discuss another activity. In this activity we have to find the volume of an irregular solid using an overflow can and a measuring cylinder. So look at the arrangement. We have irregular shaped solid. We have just bind with a thread, and we have an overflow can placed on the wooden block, and there is an other cylindrical measuring vessel, in which when we dip this arrangement, the water will be overflowed and collected in the measuring cylinder. And if the rise in the measuring cylinder is measured, that will be exactly tell the amount and volume of that irregular solid. So we can calculate the volume of this irregular solid by using overflow method. So there are two activities which will help you to calculate the volume of irregular shaped body, and the regular shaped body can be calculated by using the formula of cube cuboid, cylinder and sphere. So student, in this class you have learned about the measurement of volume and volume of regular solid as well as the volume of irregular solid by performing the activities. So in the next class we will come with another topic. Till then, stay tuned with us. Thanks for watching.